Hello, this is Jim Schaefer, executive producer and host of Rip Rap, the academic book television program. My guests today are the participants in the Ann Arbor Book Festival 2007. We're going to take a look at some of the scenes and talk to some of the people. Next to us in the Ann Arbor Book Festival is the Huron River Press, and one of their authors is
Isabella Nicoletti.
And the name of your book, Perbacco?
Perbacco Isabella, which is an Italian expression that means wow, like a surprise.
Wow.
Yes.
It says it's Italian country cooking.
Yes, well, I'm from Italy. I come from the north part of Italy, the Veneto region where Venice is. And pretty much those are dishes and recipes that I grew up with. Some are very traditional and some are with a slightly change. And some are just my creations.
So what would be one that was your creation?
Which one would be the one?
One of them.
Well, in this book, particularly in the fall season, this is a seasonal book, I have a duck breast, a marinated duck breast, which is actually my own creation. I'm very proud of that dish. People love it.
And what's in that recipe?
Well, the duck breast has been marinated, and then of course, it's going to be grilled, and on a separate section, I guess, we poached some pear in Moscato wine, which is a dessert wine, and then I make some fresh pear chips. And it's a very simple dish. We slice the duck breast, we present it with the poached pear, and we drizzle over with the Moscato wine sauce.
Sounds very delicious.
It is very good, very good.
So how many recipes do you have in here?
In here there are about 100 recipes, and then again it's on a seasonal basis, so about 25 per season. Appetizer, pasta, entree, and desserts.
So what's your favorite dessert?
Oh boy, I have a lot of desserts that are my favorite. I have definitely a sweet tooth. I like cookies in general, or biscotti, and definitely there's a recipe here that calls for mascarpone biscotti that probably is one of my favorite. Very simple. I'm a very simple chef, so I try to keep my recipes simple, and that's how I grew up pretty much. So.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, this I shared Schaefer's book with that.
Coyote hadn't expected that.
Shirley Simon.
He was puzzled.
I'm here to do a storytelling presentation about the European culture.
Man, did you see him
I
pass
brought
this
3
way
books in.
with his gun?
One is Grandmother's Dreamcatcher, which tells you the legend of the Dreamcatcher. I brought one with me. This is a real Dreamcatcher. A Dreamcatcher, put it over your bed, and it catches all the bad dreams.
Right by
filters
here
it through,
just
you
a
only get
little
the good
while
dreams.
ago.
So what's the difference with
Rabbit
that?
trembled as he spoke.
This is an authentic Dreamcatcher. It's
He
made
shook
with
all
birch
over it.
and
And to
sinew.
show what he was talking
Where's the one
about,
you see
Rabbit
right
shook
now?
himself so violently that Coyote was startled. Coyote's grip around
Ring.
I've seen them in gift
Yes.
shops.
Yeah, they're on a steel ring, and they're. This one's made from a tree, though. That's the difference.
was right behind Rabbit as he ran
And then
the desert. It was hard to
I brought a couple of books to read. Coyote. Coyote is a very popular animal in Native American culture. He's a little trickster, and so I brought a couple of books to read about Coyote.
If you don't, I'll get you.
And I am with the Ojibwa language class here at University of Michigan. We do offer classes to the general public, and you can find us on our website. You just go to U of M website and look for the Ojibwa classes. It'll link you right up to our website.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Can you see the spider web in there now? Yeah, that's a spider web. And we put things in there. What happens is you hang it over your bed and you go to sleep at night.
What's your name?
My name is Monica Sundor.
And what are you doing here?
I am helping out with the International Institute's tent during the Ann Arbor Book Festival.
And what are you doing?
I'm asking people if they would like to create a bookmark with their name translated into 7 different languages.
And those languages are?
Russian, Arabic, and then the others I don't remember. Hebrew, I think, is one of them. And
Chinese?
Several Asian languages, definitely.
So how's it been going with this?
It's pretty popular. There's been a line the whole time they've been doing it, so I'm assuming people like it. They like seeing their name in different languages. I think it's pretty cool, even if I don't understand or can read it.
Thank you. Here in the booth for 826 Michigan, we have,
Jason DePascal.
and what is 826 Michigan?
We are a nonprofit shooting and writing center for school-age kids, like 6 to 18. We offer free drop-in tutoring on weekdays after school. So if a student has homework that they need help with, or they want to work on a creative writing project, they can come to our center, and we have a staff of tutors there to help them with whatever they might need assistance with. And then we also offer creative writing workshops in the evening for kids. Anything from poetry workshops we have a radio playwriting workshop going on right now over the last couple weeks. I've taught a course on writing comics for kids. So just try to get kids interested in creative writing.
It's a relatively new program in this area, isn't it?
In Ann Arbor, this is going to be our 3rd summer, but the national organization, which started in San Francisco, I'm not sure how long it's been. There are 6 826 chapters around the country now, and the 7th is opening in Boston soon. So the organization's been around for a while, and we've been here for 3 years.
So how many kids get involved with it? Do you have an idea?
I've lost track. There's a lot. We do a lot of different things. So in addition to the tutoring and the workshops, we also are committed to publishing student work in professional-looking volumes there. So there's a lot of kids.
So is this one of the books?
No, this is McSweeney's. There's an author named Dave Eggers who wrote a book a few years back called A Heartbreaking Work of Staggering Genius that did pretty well for him. So he used his profits and cachet to start a literary journal called McSweeney's. It's supposed to be a quarterly, and it's short fiction, experimental pieces, wacky stuff, and that's tied into 826, which is the nonprofit tutoring center he started in San Francisco.
So what's one of the books that you've come up with?
I still don't know how to pronounce it. Back in the phobia, which translates to the fear of a blank page. This is a collaboration between 826 Michigan and the Neutral Zone here in town, and it's all student writing. So kids submitted to it. There's a staff of editors that are students, and they select the work, and we put it out. So this one came out last year. We have a second installment coming out Monday. We're going to have a big release for it at the Neutral Zone. Here we have Suddenly My Heart Stopped for Just a Small Portion of Time. This is a work by students. We had high school kids mentoring and editing grade school kids to write about life experiences they've had. So it's like a little memoir. It's all a collaboration between kids to chronicle the things that happen in their lives. And then we have this Unsquared, which is another collaboration with the Neutral Zone, and this is local and regional authors contributing short stories as a benefit for both organizations.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Okay, here we have one of the mysteries of Ann Arbor, the people who are behind the fairy doors.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Wright.
And what are the fairy doors? I mean, not everyone will know what this is.
Oh, okay. Well, fairy doors are little doors about this big, since this is both audio and visual. And they've been showing up around town in Ann Arbor since 2005. Well, actually before that, in our own home, they showed up as early as 1993. Our house is about from 1893, but the fairy door is 1993.
So the natural question is, what started this off?
I'm thinking it's fairies that started it off, probably.
We just discovered them.
Yeah, there's some speculation on what might have instigated this. Maybe the displacement of fairies from their woodland habitat, and they get a little bit curious, and they Kathleen has some theories about the relationship of fairies and humans, and how that relationship might have changed over time, and they're reinitiating that relationship. And the fairies appear to be mimicking some of the human architectural tendencies. So a lot of the doors match or integrate well into the human architecture.
So
How's that for a mouthful?
we need to ask Kathleen. Now pick up on his thing about the human fairy interchange.
Well, he's referring to a book that's almost written, that's 23 chapters long for kids in middle grades. And it's the story of two fairy brothers who decide to move in with a human family, but the human family doesn't know it. And eventually they find out over time, and of course there's a bad guy fairy, a shape-shifting fairy who does not want them to move in with the family. And that causes a lot of drama. And there's a good bit of humor as the fairies learn about human ways up close.
Just 23 chapters worth.
Just 23 chapters, just 47,000 words, yes.
You could turn it into a whole Harry Potter sequel.
Oh, who knows? There's also going to be a picture book that has about 189 words.
Yeah,
And-
32 pages.
Yeah.
More of a bite-sized book.
Yeah. About a little girl who's pretty certain there are fairies in her backyard.
And of course, there's this book, which is
Yep.
just out, just
Last
published.
week. And this is a great one because at all the fairy door sites, there's a journal that kids draw in and write about the fairies in and ask the fairies questions. And Jonathan has taken a copy of what the children have drawn and then augmented and named the fairies and added a lot of very humorous, whimsical detail. There's humor for kids and a lot of humor for grown-ups too.
But of course, it's all true.
Of course it's all
Well,
true.
yeah, here's
He's-
one of the journals.
He is the
There
head
really are journals.
fairyologist, so he knows a lot about
A fairyologist.
Fairyologist, non-certified fairyologist, and he knows a lot about these fairies. We both do.
Uncertified but licensed.
Not quite yet.
I don't need no stinking license.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How do you get this?
So I've taken some of their drawings and then I've elaborated. So these are
Oh, it just came out last
what
week.
some people imagine they've seen, fairy like this, and I've just fleshed it out. See, Eleanor, she was 4 years old. She's younger than you. She drew this one, and then I took it and made it a little bit more elaborate. It looks a lot like a rock. And this one's a paper fairy. And if you have a rock and paper, what will go with that? If you have rock, paper, then scissors. Well, that's perfect. Here's a scissor wing fairy.
We have another map?
Oh, yeah, we do.
Layer of material, especially one of several parallel layers arranged one on top of another. Cirrus, humus, quantum, or stratum. That is correct. Ginny. Very sweet confection flavored with ground almonds. It is molded into decorative shapes and often colored to look like fruit. Butterscotch, caramel, marzipan, or pudding. That is correct.
On deck we have Langston Furman from WordWorks, he's the bomb, and up next we have the indomitable Karen Ray Howell of the volume Poetry and our Recycling platform.
So 2 notes before I start. This is new, and secondly, this might be the first poem I've ever written that's almost funny. But it probably really isn't funny. You go and make hamburgers, mother, and we will know everything about each other while I purchase French fries. You will not eat them. I will pick the red peppers out of the meat. You will stack avocados, spinach, and Gouda onto mine like a double-decker bus, and the smell of the fries folded in the bag will make you try and add odd things onto my bun. Grapes, cantaloupe, tofu. Between the ketchup and the onion, cut into chunks. Never circles.
And what's your name?
My name's Emily,
And you're with?
the Wayne State University Press.
And you're right next to the Poetry Pavilion.
Yes, I am.
What are some of the books you've got here?
We have a great selection. A lot of our Great Lakes books, film studies, some of our painted turtle in print.
Representing the rural and where the boys are. Cinemas of Masculinity and Youth. Windjammers.
Jesse,
These are a few of our film studies, and we have some automotive. We have some Great Lakes books down here. We have a painted turtle book, Detroit's Eastern Market.
Endorphin, hemoglobin, neuron, or vitamin.
You've got the talking shops. What's the talking shops about?
That's our book on Detroit folk art. It's a very colorful book on all of sorts of Detroit folk art in the city. It's part of our architectural city, Detroit.
The House of Fields here with Emery Ullman.
These are 2 books that have come out in the past 2 years as part of our Literary Michigan series.
The minimum number of members of a committee or
Well, thank you.
organization.
As every eyeball pushed turned their way, her flaming face had to flush right to the floor. As the professor had to suddenly call the men of the ball. Please be sure and stop by and wish them well. Mr. Summers is informed that there will be a house raised on our
One of the other bookstores here is Jewel Heart. And what's your name?
Yes, my name is Ujen. Ujjen.
Ujin. And what does your bookstore sell here?
Normally we sell the mostly book are the Tibetan Buddhist religious items are there, you know. All the Tibet. Actually, Jewel Heart belongs from the Tibetans Buddhist, you know. That's since 1987 in the Ann Arbor.
So I noticed you got a book by the Dalai Lama, The Art of Happiness.
Oh, yes, we have a Dalai Lama, a lot of Dalai Lama books, and the Jewel Heart is actually founded by the Gelek Rinpoche, and his book is The Good Life and Good Death. This is the Gelek Rinpoche books, and this book's called The Good Life and Good Death. He's the teacher and founder of the Jewel Heart too.
So what is a good life, good death?
No, everyone wants a good life, you know that. Everyone wants a good life, and when we are going to die, everyone wants a really smoothly die, not a painful. And then when you need to main important, you need to how to control your mind when the dying is coming. And that's he explained really clear in this book. And that's why people can read, you know, and then that's explained really, really good. And also we have a lot of different Tibetan Buddhist book you hear too, you know.
So how long has Jewel Heart been in Ann Arbor?
Oh, Jewel Heart has been in the Ann Arbor is 1989. And we are just location is 207 East Washington Street.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Poster by artist Heidi Woodward. You can find the poster and place your bid at booth number 42. It's a silent auction. You could be taking that home this afternoon. It's a beautiful first edition poster signed by artist Heidi Woodward, who always does a great job designing the posters for the book festival here in Ann Arbor. So stop by booth number 42 before you go home and place your bid. Might be taking a nice piece of art home with you. Came here for the book festival, could leave with some art, you never know.
Well, we have a man in the street, literally.
I'm Bob Eccles from WEMU Radio.
You did a great job standing in the middle of the street giving out the announcements of the moment.
keep everybody on top of what's going on here, make sure everybody knows what the schedule of events is.
So you've got a program on EMU?
I do. I'm the afternoon news reporter during, like Monday through Friday during our program, All Things Considered. I jump in every once in a while with local news and traffic and tell people what's going on locally.
Linda was here earlier, a woman in the street.
Yes, she was here this morning, and she, of course, is on the air from 9 until noon with her program 89.1 Jazz.
Very good. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Here we're at the Washtenaw Literacy booth, and your name is?
Marilyn Cummins.
And what does Washtenaw Literacy do?
They help people learn how to read, write, speak, whether they're people who just need more help with learning that they didn't get while they were in school, or whether they come as a foreign person who needs to learn English.
Of course, a crucial element, and we told you we do this, is you need to have the volunteers, right?
Absolutely. And you're in for a lot of wonderful surprises if you become a volunteer tutor.
So all you'd have to do is just make the phone call or look you up on the website.
That's right. Let's see. The website that we give to you is www.washtenawliteracy.org. And there's lots of information there.
And there's phone numbers right here, 734-879-1320. And then a lot of local offers from U of M too. But on Book Festival Day, it's kind of a fair, so we go around talking.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
This is the bar.
One of the booths here is Reach Out and Read. What is that?
Reach Out and Read is a pediatric literacy program for children between the ages of 6 months and 5 years of age. So we go into pediatric clinics and low-income pediatric clinics, and the doctors give away a book to all of the children and talk to the parents about how important reading is. We also have volunteers that come and read to the children in the waiting room.
I should have first asked what your name is.
Kyle Babers.
And how did you get involved with this program?
I'm the coordinator of Reach Out and Read, so Dr. Julie Lumang is the medical director, and I began working with her doing research on children's eating habits and how they developed, and this was part of my job description. And so I've grown to like the program and really advocate for literacy, so it's perfect for me.
So how's it going with this program? Does it help?
It definitely helps. It's part of a national program, and it's in all 50 states now, and it's growing. We just started a Michigan coalition, and there's been tons of research that shows that this model is very effective and that children gain literacy skills, that they're read to more at home when they're given the books to read, and lots of good outcomes for school all the way through. So, yeah.
That's the engine of literacy, is being read to but reading back to.
Exactly, and research has shown that it's important to start even as young as 6 months of age. So a lot of first-time parents might not realize that, or might not have the money to buy books and have them in the home. So we're really letting them know how important it is.
And you said this is a national program or just a local program?
We are a local branch of a national program, so Reach Out and Read is national. They give away, I think, about 40,000 books a year, 40 million books a year, actually. And they're in
40 million?
I believe that's the number now. That's the number of books they give away, so they're in all 50 states. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Who's the talker?
I'm the author, she's the illustrator.
Okay.
So I'm the brains, she's the looks.
Ooh. All right.
And I'm the cute one.
He's a cute little panda.
He speaks Chinese.
Really?
Ni hao ma.
What is your name?
My name's Chris Lin.
And you wrote a book?
I wrote a book called Mandy and Pandy Say Ni hao ma.
And what is Ni Hao Ma?
Ni hao ma means, how are you?
How are you?
How? That means fine.
Fine. And you are?
I'm the illustrator of the book.
The illustrator. So how did you work this book? It's Chinese English?
So I wrote the English story. It's about my daughter, Mandy. And based on that, the Chinese translator made it Chinese, and Ingrid made all the pictures come alive.
So the purpose is for people, Chinese people speak English, or English people speak Chinese?
It's for American kids to learn Chinese in a fun and easy way.
Good. So how is this a new book?
Brand new. It's fresh off the press 2 days ago.
Oh, 2 days. It really is. And how did you get the concepts for the representing the panda?
Well, and I think that we need to create these characters that are really important for kids, figures, and panda bears are really popular right now, and we have to really take care of them and protect them, and also they take care of us. So I think the little girl is the symbol of for the American culture and the little Chinese culture. And I think the two characters will make a good combination of friends and parents and having fun and all those things through the book and all the books.
Pandas are kind of an interesting animal.
Yes, pandas are very fun, very popular in China, and starting to get more popular in America.
Now their favorite food is?
Bamboo.
Bamboo shoots, isn't it?
The bamboo shoots.
Well, thank you. Those are a few scenes that we wanted to share with you from the Ann Arbor Book Festival. Stay tuned, we'll have more programs from Rip Rap, the academic book television program.